To TransActioner, modern contract software for real estate transactions. As an agent, you first log in, you're going to see your most recent transactions up at the top. So you can quickly, easily jump into each transaction as you need. And then you have a calendar with yesterday, today, and the next 2 days. So this is like your to-do list in case you forgot to do something. Blue on a task item means you still need to do it, and green means it's already been completed. You can click on any of these, go into the transaction, mark something complete or incomplete, edit and delete. But we're going to go and put an offer in. So we're going to go look at Stuart here. Here's our overview for this particular transaction. We have a list of all the parties. So here's my client, the other side's client, title, and listing agent. So I've got things set up and my buyer has already signed a couple of documents, but I need to add the offer. So I'm going to click on Add Documents, select Forms, and here we have my templates, suggested forms, and all forms that are here. The suggested forms are based on where you are in the transaction, like if you're under contract or not, or what's most likely you're looking for. So I want to find the buy one, and actually because it's in the suggested forms, that's the easiest one. So it helps teach agents as well what you're probably looking for, makes it more efficient. So I'm going to click on Add and then click on Done. I'll add that in here and I'm going to go and fill it out. And normally this is a bit of a process to fill out. For the deadlines, you can make use of a template if you've set one up. So this is a 30-day loan, and it's just going to default, I said, 3 days after the contract date, or 9 days, or 30 days, just to make things a little bit easier. I'm not going to adjust them right now because we're just doing a quick demo, but I just wanted to show you how it just automatically calculates the dates for you based on using a template. You can also look at clauses. So if you have clauses from legal, manager, or user clauses that you created in your own templates that you can reference here. And you can import from the MLS as well, which we're going to skip for now. So we're going to go prepare for signing. And here we're going to see signature options for myself, my client, the buyer, Stuart, and then the seller. And I'm going to scroll down in this document. This is a big document, so I'm going to show you the signature fields are already in place for all the standard forms, including any brokerage forms that have been shared with us. So I'm going to click on Send for Signing. You'll see my buyer up at the top, and I can say this is the offer we discussed. So here's my little message to them. And then the additional signature setup, this is a nice feature that if the other agent is not a TransActioner subscriber, they can still send it to their clients for signing inside TransActioner. And that's a huge benefit because it makes it really easy for them and their clients has the same client portal that our clients do. And it also, all that detail will show up in your history log, which I'll show you in a minute. So I'm going to click on Submit. Now the button is orange because they have not signed it yet. So they can view it, but they can't sign it yet. Green means my buyer's already signed these particular documents. And the gray means they don't have access to it. They can't view, they don't know anything about these documents. Now, as far as the history log, this will keep track of all the times you share, unshare, send for signing, and then when your buyer or whoever logs into the transaction, opens for signing, and signs. And so you've got all that history log here, including if it's from your TC manager or assistant as well. You got date, time stamps. So that's really convenient. So now this button's going to change in real time when my client signs. So I'm going to flip over to Stuart's already logged in here. This is my client. And this is their client portal that they see, including my information down at the bottom. So my logo and branding. And for here, I'm going to see at the very bright orange are the documents that I need to sign, which is that offer. This is the offer we discussed. That's the message here. And the other documents that I've already signed or this client has already signed are down below in the shared documents section where they can view and download all their documents. So this is really a huge time saver because everything is always in this client portal. They always have it the whole transaction, and after the transaction, they can always reference this. So I'm going to click on Sign. And then here we're going to click on where I want to sign my name. I'm going to pick this particular font. I'm going to submit it, submit form. And now you can see down at the bottom, he has his form and he still has access to it. So I'm going to log in back as the agent, and the buyer button is now green because my client has now signed. And so now I'm going to share it with the listing agent. So all I have to do is click a button and it's going to send it to the listing agent. So here's the customized email that I can do. So this is the new offer for this particular property, and I can change the subject line to whatever I want. And then the message is automatic, that it's addressing who the agent is, has my information all down here, and I can add whatever I'd like to do in here. And I can say something like, I will send the pre-approval tonight. And then I click the send email, and that's the email that they're going to receive, that they're going to use to log in. So that customized email is a big deal. That's a really nice feature that they have. So now I'm going to jump over to being that agent logged in. So now I'm the agent who logged into Fairfax. This is the one we're working on. And what we see here in this one is the offer has been shared with them. They don't have to sign, so it's not in the bright orange section. And they have the view, download, or send for signing. So this is the cool feature. This blue button, send for signing, there's some instructions when they hover their mouse on it that they can send it to their own clients for signing. And so when they do click on this button, they're going to type in the email for their particular client. They can also add a note as well if they want, otherwise it defaults to please sign this document. And they're going to click send for signatures. So now they're going to see the orange button, similar to what agents see inside TransActioner. So it's very similar to the TransActioner experience. They get to experience it. And when they mouse hover over the orange button, it shows them the signing status. And so if they have multiple clients, they'll see each one listed and who has signed and who hasn't signed yet. And it also puts the email address, just in case they type the email wrong. They can always press this button again and resend it and fix the email address as necessary. So now if we jump back to being the agent, one really cool feature now, when I hover on the listing agent, not only does it say, remind me who the listing agent is in their email, it also has the client status, that the seller is waiting for signature and which seller we're talking about, or which client we're talking about. You'll also see in the history as well that the listing agent logged in, signed, viewed, and then sent for signing by agent to their particular clients. And then when their clients log in to TransActioner to do the signing that way, you'll also see it in the history log. So that makes things really convenient. And then what you can also do is extract all the deadlines from here, from this document, and it's going to add it to your tasks and calendar, which will also show up on that main page. So that's a brief overview of TransActioner.